Hi guys, so I've seen a lot of people posting about Vlogmas on YouTube recently, which is basically people videoing what Christmas is like where they are. So I thought I would take you with me today into town to buy some Christmas decorations. I am currently in charge of decorating my friend's restaurant for Christmas, and we don't have any decorations, so I need to go and fix that. Christmas is a weird one in Rwanda just because it doesn't really happen. It's not a big festival. I guess part of the reason for that is, well, I think there are two main reasons for that is, firstly, I feel like Christmas is very much a seasonal celebration. It's to do with the seasons as much as, all of the iconography is about snowmen and snow and cold and fires and things like that. And here in Rwanda, we're very close to the equator, so we don't really have any big fluctuation in temperature like that. Days and nights are always the same length all the way through the year. We have wet seasons and dry seasons, but we don't really have really hot and really cold seasons. So we don't have a winter. And so I guess maybe that's partly to do with it, because I think Christmas in many countries is about sort of that festival of light and hope in the middle of really, really dark weather, cold weather, it's kind of to get you through that darkest part of the year, even from like solstice or Yule, whether you celebrate solstice and Yule or whether you celebrate Christmas. It's just about kind of having this big feast to get through that really cold part of the year, which we just don't have here. So, and I think the second part is that Christmas is so commercialized, you can't escape it. I mean, it's so buy. Especially, in the West. We don't really have mass consumerism in the same way. Like, we don't have massive big chain shops or people don't have that much money to burn. So I think kind of a festival is so focused on commercialism is just nah. And as somebody living here from the UK, I really appreciate the fact that it isn't so commercial here. There's definitely much more of a pressure to buy presents in the UK than there is here. It's just not really a big thing. I exchange a present with my landlord and some of my close friends, but small things. So for me, Christmas doesn't happen here. Like my house, I don't have any decorations or anything. My friend Peter, he puts up a Christmas tree and he even dresses up as Santa. But most people it just isn't really a thing. We don't really sort of acknowledge it. So yeah, let's head into town and see what they've got in terms of Christmas decorations.
We're just heading into town on a motor. So the palm trees usually get wrapped in fairy lights, and I've seen some people putting those up in town. I also saw these cute Christmas trees. We'll have to come back when it's dark and see what they look like. So here we are in the centre of town. I'm heading to T2000 or Tay de Mil, which is a huge Chinese shopping centre that stocks just about everything you can imagine. It was actually the first place VSO ever took me back in 2007 to buy things for my house. Back then, it was just a basement shop filled with so much stuff you could hardly move. Then they built this huge plaza with a nice restaurant on the roof called Bamboo. It's actually a good place to sit and watch the sunset. This place really does stock everything. And this year, there's more Christmas decorations than I have ever seen before. Oh, that's cute. I mean, look at this. Where do you even start? I have never seen so many baubles in one place before. Ooh, pretty. So they range from around $3 a box to $12. I've mostly gone for red and gold, and I had to get these white ones because I am a sucker for anything filigree like that. Right, Christmas trees. Bloody hell, $250? Reduced to $145? Seriously? You could get a real one in the UK for about $50. I reckon you could probably get this one on Amazon for about 40. The wreaths are about $30. I think we'll probably skip over those. Ooh, sparkly. That's a bit more like it. Tinsel for $1.50. I quite like this white one. You can't really see on the camera, but it's quite sparkly. Ooh, look at these baubles. They've got glitter inside them. We could probably reuse those for Valentine's Day. I've discovered the Christmas tree grotto. $55. $105. I mean, it looks okay, but that is so expensive. So there's an upstairs to T2000. There's a walkway that you can take your trolley up. I'm just going up there to look for some mugs to put hot chocolate in. So upstairs at T2000 is a wonderland of kitchenware, shampoo, and the thing that they're most famous for: plastic buckets. This is the thing I always associate with T2000. Anything made out of plastic, you can find it here. And plastic buckets are really useful. You can wash clothes in them, wash dishes, store emergency water, bathe children. Most corner shops in Kigali have a healthy selection of plastic buckets. But here they take it to the extreme. So I found these large mugs which are perfect for hot chocolate, and they're only $1.50 each. That's kind of the weird thing here, is you can go from a $200 plastic tree to $1.50 kitchen china. And I've also found these heat-proof glasses for the same price, which will be absolutely brilliant for serving mulled wine. There's some really cute ones down here, but they're a little bit too small. These ones are definitely better for mulled wine. I really like these little ones though. Maybe we could serve something like a hot toddy. There's some nice honey whiskey I saw recently, so maybe we could heat that up. Okay, so before I leave T2000, I always pop into the food section. I mentioned that snackage can be a bit limited in Kigali, so whenever I'm in an Indian shop or the Chinese supermarket, I try to look for things that I've never had before. If I get really confused, I text my friend Cindy and she translates the Chinese for me, but mostly I just take potluck. So some interesting looking fish snacks and these seeds. Okay, so now I'm at Sharma's, which is an Indian shop just up from UTC. It's a general store, but they stock every kind of spice you can think of. So I'm here to get some spices for the mulled wine. I absolutely love this shop. They have so many interesting things. Star aniseed for about $5. And whole nutmeg for $4. These toffees are also really good, so I'm picking some up for the staff at the restaurant. Hi guys, so I made it home. I've had a shower and a change and feeling a bit better. It's a bit hectic in town today.
Not because of Christmas, just because it's always a bit hectic in town. So I went to Taylor Mill and I've bought a Christmas tree. I found one for 25,000. I've bought some baubles and some tinsel. I didn't get any lights because last time I was there I looked at the lights, and when you turn them on they play like a really kind of cheap and tacky jingle bells, and I thought that would probably lose us customers rather than attract them. So I've left out the lights, but I might go looking for some of those at another time. And I got large cups for hot chocolate. I've got glasses for mulled wine, and I've also got some honey whiskey that I quite like. So I've got some little glasses that we can serve that in. And I got all of that packaged up, and that's been sent by Moto through Q&E delivery to Casa Casa. So that's over there now waiting for me. And then I went to Sharma's and I got star anise, I got cinnamon sticks and cloves and nutmeg, and I think we've already got some vanilla. So I got all of the different spices to make mulled wine. So I need to go and teach my friends Seth, who's the bar manager, and Fidel, who's the kitchen manager, how to make those drinks. But I probably won't do that today, but I'm going over there now to put up the decorations and see whether or not my Christmas music list works on their speakers. And yeah, just try and make it feel a bit more like Christmas, I guess, or anything like Christmas, I guess. Okay.
Welcome everybody to Let's Watch Marion try to put up a Christmas tree. I was really lucky. Just as I was about to give up on Christmas trees, I saw this cheeky little one for 25,000. It's absolutely perfect for the bar area, but I've never done this before. Every branch appears to be wrapped in its own individual plastic sheath, which is what I'm trying to pull off. Thankfully, Ullman's stepped in to help me. And just when you think you're done, there's another layer. Then we needed to bend the branches and make it look more tree-like. And pop on some tinsel. And some baubles. So everything was going great until we tried to put on the star. The bristles on the tallest top branch were just too wide for the bottom of the star, and the branch was too weak. It kept flopping over. So we finished doing the decorations, getting all the tinsel in place and the baubles hung. Then enlisted Seth and his scissors to give the tree a little trim.
Is it working? Yeah? You reckon? Yeah, that'll stay on. Yeah, well done. Oh, that's beautiful. Perfect.
What do you reckon? Not too bad for our first ever Christmas tree? But we weren't done. It was time to spread the festive cheer and decorate all the booths in the garden. Well, we tried, but we ran out of tinsel halfway, so we'll have to buy some more. After all of that sparkle, I tucked into a helping of homemade cheesecake, a beer, and a game of chess with Seth. It's been a long day, but a really good one. This is not a sponsored advert, but if anybody would like to come along, we're planning drinks on Christmas Eve and possibly a barbecue on Christmas Day. I'll drop the link to our social media below if you want to keep up to date. I hope everybody's having a wonderfully festive season.